Hey guys, welcome back to PXH, also known as PureXHeart. Chris here, as usual, back again with another album review. And before I was recording this, I literally totally forgot of the intro segment of the way that I usually do these things. I was like, wait, how do I start this? So there's that. Anyway, if you guys would, leave a like onto this video and also comment down below what you guys thought about this album and also what you guys want me to review or some type of different album type of situation, maybe a reaction, I don't know. I've gotten a few comments. I may do a reaction to some of those albums, I may not. It just depends on how life goes. Life is hectic, okay? It is, okay? Whether we see it or not, it is always hectic, so there's that. So be patient with me. And also, if you're new here or a returning visitor, you haven't yet subscribed, but you like what we do here on PXH, then what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button and be subscribed forever. Anyway, let's get into it. Circles is the sophomore album from North Carolina's own and also Bethel Music's own Dante Bowe. And if you guys remember from last year, he did the song Champion, which I was not a huge fan of from the album from Bethel Music's Revival is in the Air album. I was not a huge fan of that song. Personally, I know a lot of people who really did enjoy that song, and that's great. I just didn't really like it. Man. This album, however, again, with these people putting out these really, really great albums and such, delivered, okay? If you guys remember from last week of Eliza Smith, who is from Upper Room, who did Surrounded, Find My Battles, not a huge fan of that song. However, Champion, I was not a huge fan of that song for last year. And then Dante Bowe is just like, alright, here you go. And this is a little bit of a kind of follow-up to his 2017 album release of Sons of a Father. It was basically an album based on sonship, identity, and coming into the love of the Heavenly Father. Now you have Circles, which is basically about getting a little bit more to know about Dante Bowe's life and just of how his honestly life is. It's literally an album about life and family and everything around it, and of just of how important that is and of how everything just comes into a circle. So I really do enjoy that message about life, because that's kind of what we need sometimes, is just a message about life, whether it be good or bad. And that's literally what it says. Sometimes life is good, sometimes life is bad. Just, you know, trusting God. And the song, which is called Okay, which saying, hey, everything's gonna be alright. Not gonna lie, that this album was actually a little bit hard to, you know, not really to talk about, but just, like, really review, in the sense where this is really coming from a personal life, and there are actually some really good stuff on here. For example, one of my favorite songs off this album, just because it is really personal, is called All the God's Children, which I was just like, dude, this is amazing. I love this, okay? It went into really deep of how the gospel changes in, like, his own personal life, with his own family life, and it's honestly really great to see all that, just to hear just a little bit of a glimpse into someone's life who's always really, really fantastic and always enjoyable. And this album almost has a central theme in the sense of it really gets into Dante Bowe's life. For example, the song Just Me, which is really a selfish song, but just looking more towards, you know, the inside of oneself, and of how that almost can be a factor in life. I've actually really enjoyed that. The song basically almost sounds like it's from the 2000s, which is kind of great. I like the 2000s personally. I think it's a great decade music-wise. And also not music-wise, but for Christian music-wise, in my opinion, the 2000s is a little bit hard to beat. The earlier 2000s, maybe some of the later 2000s, some of the later 2000s is actually not that bad. Also, I really do enjoy that the way that this album is kind of almost portraying love in this sense, with real kind of love, and also the amazing heartfelt song that I literally just have stuck in my head, which is called Love Is in the Air, and it's very, very catchy and just great. So it's just a song that is almost a heartfelt message to Jesus and just of how really great he is. So that's always great. I'm not really saying that song any justice in that aspect where you really need to listen to that song, because it's really great. It'll like get to your there's some of these songs where it's just like, ooh, that hit deep right there, and I enjoy that. Okay, songs need to hit deep where, you know, where it hurts. Okay, it needs to hit in the feels. Okay, you can listen to a song and then not feel something, or you know, you could listen to it and be like, well, this has no meaning. Fine. Whatever. I just, where there's a few of these songs where it did get a little bit personal in my own aspect. So I really do enjoy whenever someone has a story about life and their own personal life and their own personal battles, because you never know of who you might relate to. Because that's really the great thing about music, is that you never know of who you're going to relate to within these songs. And really the shocking thing about this album is that it's not the usual kind of Dante Bowe type of music that you would hear, say, from the Bethel, like not very worshipy. It lets the artist kind of experience just with different types of music, like he experiences with rap, he experiences with R&B, experiences with hip-hop, even experiences with some gospel, and he also gets into a little bit of a worship mood. So if you really do enjoy that type of music, then you really enjoy this album. That's basically the bottom line. So maybe you guys should add a few songs onto your playlist, whatever it may be. It may be to Spotify or Apple, iTunes, whatever is going on again, SoundCloud, or, you know, whatever. It's just, you know, check out some of these songs. Maybe check out the entire album if you guys like some of that stuff. I actually had a fun time listening to it. Trying to get the words out for this album is a little bit difficult, just because it is a little bit of a personal story that it's always a little bit hard to really review a personal story, just because okay, you can always go for the songs that are basically kind of ordinary. So there's that. There's a few ordinary songs that I was just like, okay, second or third listen to, I was like, alright, I'm tired of the song. I liked it at first, but then more you listen to it, I was just not a huge fan of that. That would have to be songs over and over and keep going, where first listen to it, I really enjoyed. Second listen to it, not so much. There's actually some really good stuff on this album that you guys should check out. Of course, if you guys would leave a like onto this video, and also comment down below what you guys thought about this album, and also guys what you want me to review, or have a different type of video rather than always album reviews, maybe a reaction view again, or something similar, maybe a top 5 countdown. I don't know. You guys put it down in those comments of what you guys want me to talk about next. It can be music, movies, topics. You guys put it down in those comments and I will get to it. And also check out the podcast that is about to come up in the coming weeks, maybe days. I don't really know. I may have decided. It depends on how well the editing process for episode 1 and episode 2 is going to go, whether it's very smooth, transitional. I have been doing a little bit of editing here, but as I said, time is there's not enough time in the world with some of this stuff, and sometimes I'm kind of lazy and also a perfectionist. I'm a lazy perfectionist, so there's that. And if you're new here or a returning visitor and you haven't yet subscribed, then hit that subscribe button. It really, 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 really helps out this channel. If nothing else, go love Jesus and change the culture. Boom. Bye.